MKT USA and ASK Knives. I said that at non-cocaine speed, and I just turned it into word salad. I should have done it at cocaine speed. I used to, I get on and do these videos, and everybody's like, he must be on cocaine. Can you imagine me on cocaine? Because this is how I roll, like when I typically roll with about 4.7 hours of sleep, 55 minutes of REM, about an hour and a half of deep, maybe 2 hours of deep, the rest kind of light, and then old man pee time. This is the way I fucking roll all the time. You throw cocaine at this, it would be a fucking explosion. They got all kinds of stuff going on. I want to talk to you about the Gigantes. We're re-releasing it right now. And, shut the door and block everybody away from me. So, I'll show you the knife first, and then what we'll do is talk to you about how to get this. So this is a Vulcan Gigantes. This is a spec knife that we made. Full-size, original Vulcan Gigantes. Okay? That's that. You guys are going to love this. Let me show you the next one, because that's one. Let me get this next one out. The new packaging, super sexy. This is number 2. Oh my goodness, this is another Vulcan one. You can see it's tactile. The teeth you can feel. These are color oxidized, and then you can feel the panels and the rivets around the outside for the aircraft motif. That's on both sides. Super sexy. What a sexy knife. Muy delicioso, as my Spanish goes. Somebody in Russian there probably saying that I'm a racist. Now, here's the deal. These knives are all available tomorrow. We have done these knives in conjunction with 2 partners. There are 3 releases of these knives. They're all happening simultaneously. So, Rob at EDC Specialties and Al at AsKicker, they both have a tranche of these knives, and I have one equal in size to each one of theirs. Not to both. Very limited number of these knives. Oh, look, we got Kyle on here. He's already got one. So these knives have already hit the streets. But here's the deal. When I made these, I said, let's make some extra so we can do an in-house sale and kind of promote everybody. So my knives on the table videos that Amy's done for years, those are going to start pulling way back. We don't want to inundate everybody with like more of the same. We want to do more creative and unique things here. So if I am going to open up my audience to my customers, to my commercial customers, I'm going to do it as part of a group thing. So I want everybody that's in my Medford circle to know about these, and you can support Rob or you can support Al at EDC Specialties or AsKicker. If you work with either one of them, they have some of these coming. They've already sold some of them. They have some more coming that are not yet spoken for. And then we decided to have fun. We made some really kind of cool custom ones. And we're doing a small batch. 10 of the batch will be Vulcan. The rest will be either tumbled or DLC coated blades. So right now, these knives are sitting like this. Here's an assembled lock frame side, an assembled a presentation side, and then a blade here. So right now, these knives are all done up to this point, okay? And I did a couple of sexy, stylish examples, which you can buy those. But, hey, come in here, Cody. So you go to medforknife.com. Dave, I can't do that now. I'm in a live video. So, why is he still standing there wanting to come in here? You got to... All right.
Make sure he's got an approval question on the sand.
Yeah, but I can't do it in the middle of a live video, for Christ's sake.
I'm just letting you know what it is.
All right, so here's the deal. Like, I'm so annoyed right now. Let me recompose myself because I'm super fucking annoyed right now. And because, I can't, like, do approvals in the middle of a live video doing a promotion.
I'm sure they would love it.
These guys, how do they get, where do they go on the website?
So right now, like, on the home page of the website, medfordknife.com,
It's on the top.
You'll see the top.
Yeah, so go to menfornight.com. You guys will love the artwork. Even if you don't want to buy one of these Gigantes, you should jump in there and check it out. Did a bunch of fun artwork. I think you guys will dig it. It's very fun. So what happens is, go in there and configure the knife. So when you click on it, this is different than our other sales. When you go in there, and when I say sales, I mean other offerings. We don't discount anything. Go in there and you'll be able to configure the knife. It looks like the regular module for any one of the knives that we normally offer, except this knife is a sunsetted model that we have resurrected for a time, and then it will go away again. This is not back in production. We made a very small batch of these. I wanted to make some spare parts to service stuff that's out in the industry, that's already out in the marketplace, and then we've made some extras because it's kind of fun. So go there, configure your knife, make all the decisions as close as you can to the way you actually want it. If you choose, there is a sculpt selection at the bottom, and what's the other selection?
They can laser too if they want.
There's a laser and sculpt option down at the bottom, and it tallies in the money, and you pay for the knife. Get the knife, the very small number of these. Then when you get the knife, we're gonna call you up if you've selected those and paid. We're gonna call you up and say, hey, Amy's going to reach out to you, or Lindsay's going to reach out to you, or Cody is going to reach out. Someone's going to reach out to you and say, hey, we see you down for a sculptor on a Gigantes. What's the sculpt you want? Yes, we could do that. No, we can't do that, but we can do this. We'll find out what we can do for you, get it done. And then if you want any laser work, we can do the back and forth art. And if it's not too crazy, boom, off to the races. If it's crazy and there's some more fee for that, we'll talk to you about that. But the base model, it's all there. You can pick everything you want, order it just the way you want, boom, and you'll get it. Now, since we are going to make the knife bespoke just for you, it's not going to ship in 5 days, but it's going to ship inside of a couple weeks. So you're going to get these really, really quickly. Like, it might actually ship inside of 5 days. Wish I had asked for sculpting on the blade spine. Well, that's one of those things. If you want to choose sculpting, click that, and then if we have to refund part of it because it's something really unique, work that out with Amy. They'll sort that all out with you, okay? So it's the Gigantes. It is back. It is bigger and better, nastier, and fucking cool. It's cooler than ever. Like, oh my God, that's kind of cool, right? And if you go check out the artwork, we'd love to hear your feedback on it. There are 10 of the Vulcans, and then the rest are either tumbled or DLC coded. And you can kind of pick what you want, put them together, set them up the way you want, and we'll have them done in very, very short, order. Now, somebody's asking about Extremorazio. The owner of that company, his name's Mauro, over in Italy, and he's just a lovely guy. When I first popped onto the scene over in Europe, he reached out to me, and he came over, and he just was like, I love your knives, and I saw his stuff. I was like, I like yours too, it's funny you brought up Extremorazio. I want to reach out to him. I'll probably reach out to Mauro and see if he wants to do kind of some collaboration. We should do something kind of cool. This is a knife that Dana White would approve of, because he doesn't sell fights. He sells holy shit moments. This is a knife when you take it out of your pocket and you open it up, somebody goes, holy shit! Because it's like taking out a dirk or a claymore, like in the middle of the workplace. It's fantastic. Hey, let me get that letter for you, Marge. She's like, oh, okay, thanks, Steven. Clicks. Oh my God. Get little turkey's done. Gets little squishy pants. Oh my God. Did you see how huge he just whipped out his big black gigantic knife? Yeah, it's an unscripted show, folks. If you don't like it, he's seen that thing where the bag of dicks hits that girl in the face. No, they're hot dogs, but it's supposed to be dicks. Like, just think about that. If you're like, what an asshole. Just think about a 10-pound bag, Oscar Mayer wiener smacking you in the face while you stand there preening. Like, that would be hilarious. Just think about that. That's what I'm giving back to you if you think that this is outrageous. This is just guy talk. This is the equivalent of what Donald Trump did with Billy Bush on that bus 15 years ago. He was having some side talk with a fella, and it's crazy. And he says, "Oh, it must be. It's nuts being a millionaire, right?" And he goes, "No, a billionaire." And he goes, "That must be crazy being a billionaire." He goes, "Yeah, I thought being a billionaire was cool. Try being a billionaire and have a hit TV show. You can grab a woman by the pussy. They'll go home with you." That's about what God said. We're doing the equivalent of that. So I know this will get quoted back on me that I said, grab him by the pussy, and I can't run for president now because it will sink my boat because I'm clearly a big racist, misogynistic asshole. But it's just not true. It's just guy talk. When guys talk with each other, we're not, and I think girls, you throw a little bit of vino at some girls. I think girls talked about I've been around girls who've had a little bit to drink and they're like talking about their guys and they get to talking about sexy time. And I'm like, ho, I gotta go. That's too much for me. Guys talk, if guys are talking, and this is just guys talking. If guys are talking, hyperbole and metaphor puts you in preferred status because it makes what is the otherwise boring transfer of banal information fun. It makes it plucky. It makes it worth a laugh. How was work today? Work was fine today. How was work today? Busier than a one-legged man in an ass-kicking contest. Hey, how'd that date go last night? Oh, it was very nice. She was a very kind woman. Hey, how'd that date go last night? Oh, it was like taking bringing a hot dog to a weenie roast and it being nothing but an igloo. Like, if you could just make up some shit that's funny, people want to hear your story. Like, if you've got a fun way of presenting the world, you get invited to lunch. They're like, oh, let's invite Greg. He's going to tell some fucking crazy story. This is just your time and my time. As Mr. Hand said, Fast Times at Ridgemont High, this is our time. We just want to talk and have a little fun. And I don't like Karens poking their fucking cunty fucking minds into my space, ridiculing me. Don't come into guy country saying that you don't like our language. We talk, it's a little off color because it's funny. Do you know why? Do you know why we earned the right to talk this way? Since the beginning of time, we die younger and more often. Women are worried about rights. We've been walking into cannon fire for centuries. Before that, spear and arrow. Before that, club and axe. Before that, rock. Guys, walk into death. That's one of our responsibilities. If you read books on the modern landscape, what is the job of the modern male? To maintain the masculine while embracing the balanced modern feminine, creating a safe mental, emotional, physical, sexual, and financial space for one's spouse so that she can truly flourish and be the unique creature on the planet she wants to be. You see what our job is? It's to create a safe space. Skinny jean, little top knot, twat bag, little douche canoes can't create a safe space for anybody. They're not scary. If you have to call a cop to create a safe space, your manhood's a little small. This is guy privilege here. Like, here's what we can do. If you all, at the end of the day, we still have sports we can dominate in every way, shape, and form, that sphere. And we still get to guy chat because we still are expected to walk into gunfire. That's it. This is the privilege. We get no other privilege. This is the one. We get to talk outrageously to one another because we've earned the fucking right. So that's what we're here for. Just a little fun. Like, you don't actually come to YouTube to become more enlightened, do you? I mean, I do. Do you? I come for two reasons. The reason I'm at YouTube is not strictly informational. It is entertainment as well. How many of you have seen Dana White shorts and Joe Rogan shorts? Okay? We watch them. Do we gain much from them? Not really. But they're interesting and they're fun to watch. I love watching Dana or Trump or anybody else slam a dumb fucking reporter. It's just kind of funny. It's watching somebody asking a dumb question like every class you sat in your entire life, every military briefing you've ever been in, there is some ding dong who can't help asking the dumb, obvious questions. Have you ever been in a briefing that just kept going because people have been asking dumb questions? And you just want to pop them in the face? Shit. Anyway, this is just guy talk, and some of you, I know, like, did you guys see that movie with Clint Eastwood, Gran Torino, where he takes that kid down to the barber shop? And he shows them all talking to each other. This is a version of that. Now, some of you live sedentary lives in the tech space, and you don't get to be around knuckle-dragging men unless you go to your annual camp on masculinity taught to you by Butch and Franco from the Navy SEALs or whatever. But a lot of us just live in man country the rest of the time. Like, I'm in a knife manufacturing, steel crunching business. It's man country. It's man country. It is. And the girls that are here know that they're interlopers and they're wonderful and they're valuable and they're loved and part of the team. But this is fucking man country. 99.98% of our customers are dudes or women who have very male sentiments. Even if they're hot, they may have very male sentiments. They like a good knife for their noodling. We had some girls who were noodlers. You know what a noodler is? No. That's these girls. You guys know who it is. They wear a little tiny bikini and they're all like cutie country girl and they're like chug a beer and then they take something and put their hand down in the water and boom, a big catfish comes on and grabs their arm all the way up to the bicep and they bring their arm out and it's got a giant fish on it. Have you guys watched that shit? Hot chicks noodling. Just Google that shit. You'll watch that like all day long. You'll be like this. I don't care if you're Elon Musk. This is what Elon Musk watches on the internet. He watches hot chicks in bikinis noodling. He's got 25 kids, 15 hot ex-girlfriends he's all had babies with. They're all named after some spaceship or a fucking chemical on Plutonia, on Pluto. And that dude, he watches hot chicks in bikinis noodling. I guarantee you, once you've seen it, you can't go back. Check out at medforknife.com. Go to the Gigantes at the top. You will find it to be fun. It's big. It is the biggest knife I've ever made. I stopped making it. It was so big. This version of the knife is slightly evolved, slightly better. Because every time we do it, we just can't help ourselves. Every time I have sex, I try to do it a little bit better. Do you know what a tall order that is? It's like making knives. Every time I try to make it a little bit better. Look, I don't know what you guys are doing out there. I hope you have the volume turned down and there aren't any fucking children around. This is not kiddie time. This is not a place for ladies at the work to hear you listen. This is something else. This is big talk. It's big guy talk. Matter of fact, it's Gigantes talk. It's so big. So, check it out. They will release tomorrow, or actually at midnight. They open up at midnight. It's just like a new movie that you can go see. You leave Thursday night to go see the movie, but it's actually yes, BDE, Big Dick Energy. That's right. This is BDE talk. If you're listening to don't do this, don't admit you don't do this, because it means this. Just saying. Thank you for our sponsor's announcement today. Your attendance has been greatly appreciated. We'll be back to our regularly scheduled program now. Have a wonderful day. I think, okay, I'm going to make a prediction. This is like Johnny Carson. Carnack's predictions. And the answer is, he gets everyone's attention by breaking the rules. Okay, and the question is, Will the judge throw Donald Trump in jail for, what do you call it? Not listening to the judge. Something of court. You know what?
Not following the gag order?
Yeah, he's not following the gag order. What's it called? But what is it when you raise hell in court and they're trying to settle you down? We're going contempt. The judge is threatening to throw Trump in jail right now, to incarcerate him for talking about the court case. Now, I know, listen, if you don't like Trump, you're just not going to get this. But it's pretty boring out there right now. We're teetering on the edge of thermonuclear war with Russia, in a country that is awful, and then we're also undermining and creating all sorts of problems in the Middle East by not backing our best ally in the region, while the most educated, elite, certified, smart young people that have ever existed in America burn down their fucking universities in support of homophobic, woman stoning, lunatic, middle-aged, scumbag terrorists called Palestinians. Babylon is fucking burning, and there's no campaign going on. We've got a presidential election in 6 months, and there's a bupkis going on. My guess, I'm just gonna spitball here a little bit. Trump is gonna poke the judge and poke the judge, and the judge is now threatened. Now, this is the thing. When you're a cunt and you're raising children, you can't threaten to punish them because they will fucking run you over, right? You gotta punish them. So now the judge is either gonna be a cunt or he's gonna be the guy that puts Trump behind fucking bars while he's leading in all presidential polls. Like, if I was Trump, right now, I would walk out of the courtroom and fucking tell secrets. Like, throw me in jail, motherfucker. Watch what happens. They calculate, they double down on stupid. If there's so much racism, you don't need George Floyd. There's lots of innocent people being crushed by racism. Use them. You don't need George Floyd. So it's one of those things you have to be careful about. You got to be careful on what you double down on. They doubled down on George Floyd and were ready to burn the country to the ground. It turns out the guy died of a drug overdose. He was listen, I don't wish death on anybody, but there are a lot of people who just aren't good citizens. And when they go away, I just kind of shrug and go, there's so many of us here. There's a lot of bad people. If more of them are out of the way, the better it is. The safer my kids are. Fuck them. Fuck them. Sorry. Don't care about the color. I don't care where he's from. All I care is bad person. Fuck him. Hilarious. The guy's threatening to throw Trump in jail for talking, and I'm telling you, I think Trump is trying to get thrown in jail right now. I think he's gonna push and push and push. I think Trump wants to have the guy throw him in the clink. Now think about it. If you're Trump, you're like, I got a couple days with no cell phone. It'd be nice. I could just relax. He'll get a couple of chill days. He'll come out, get another mugshot wearing an orange outfit. Another 10% of the African-American vote will be like, oh man, they did that to my cousin Deshaun. That's no right. Like, if they'll do it to your cousin Deshaun, they'll do it to Trump. They'll do it to everybody. Talk about miscalculating. Let's single somebody out and prosecute them everywhere, all at the same time, for what's going on at all times with all politicians. Let's do that. Let's just see what happens. Do you know what I consider it? A Gigantes miscalculation. MeantForKnife.com. Gigantes. Get it? Midnight. Don't miss out. They'll be gone soon. They'll be on the secondary market for $1,500. All right, I'm out. Peace out.